What note should we take after dating apps? Women take note for dating apps for first interactions. One conversation starts innocently but veers to physical traits. For example, so what is your fave physical trait in yourself? Or, what do you like in a man? Too easy one, brings up inappropriate, sex-related topics. 3 brings up lingerie and fashion. He's in grooming mode. 4 one of their opening questions is what do you value in a relationship? So that when you ask them, they can say sex is top priority. This is their opening to segue to asking you more sex-related questions. 5 mention pound sex positive on their profile, possibly to shame you into hooking up later on, not too common. For the master groomer who appears normal on the outside, his profile is usually very vanilla and may use more subtitle tactics. 6 mention open-minded on their profile. We are going to talk about this later. 7 generally may not look sleazy, but are sleazy only with races, religions. They will not intend to date or marry. My guy friend told me this one. 8 call you beautiful ASAP in the convo. 9 during a first date, bar hopping or prolonging of date till midnight end. Then assuming you're going to hook up, and when you say nope, they will ask, can I sleep on your couch? Or, let me drop you home. Also, can I come up and use the restroom? 10 guy says repeatedly in first day of chatting, sex is just so important to me. I want to make sure we are on same page. So what is your favorite thing to do in bed? But women find it sleazy talking about this when we haven't even met. 11 demand a selfie in first few chats by asking first if they can send a selfie. Here's a pic of me with my niece. Now show me your pretty face. Oh come on. Just once. I miss you hot stuff. How about a bikini pic? Now wanna see your hot body. The guy hasn't even met you yet. Oh my god. 12 comments like, be spontaneous, come on have fun for once. Or what if we're meant to be together forever? How would we know if you don't come over right now for a spontaneous drink? 13 when you don't do any of above. Resorts to gaslighting. Why the hang up on sex? Note if you're looking for a hookup, just say it. Grooming is gross and sociopathic. Q men ITT who will try to defend themselves. I am making this thread from my friend's account, who agrees with me as a male. Most of this may seem obvious, but I haven't girlfriends who look past this. To those in denial, it's grooming when the girl has in her profile, looking for relationship, not casual. You're clearly aware of her intentions and you're thinking, maybe I can turn her on, groom her into wanting a hookup too. It's the online equivalent of trying to touch a girl on her ass at a bar, when she just said no, not going home with you. Edit. Def now call it grooming so that men can realize it's a patterned behavior they're exhibiting, that they may or may not easily be used on 16 years old. They're brandishing a psychological weapon that should be taken away from them, and that happens by us saying nah son. Hence the importance of giving it a name. Creepy is creepy. Don't forget remarks like, be spontaneous or come on. Have some fun, or once that men used to guilt you into sex. I was a victim of that manipulation when I was younger. Yikes, and being spontaneous to me is buying sombreros. We don't need then going go-karting where you try to steal each other's sombrero. That actually sounds amazing. I might try that. I'm not sure if it's absolutely grooming, but guys will message you. A pic of yourself early in communication. He says something about the pic or the assumption is that he likes it. What he's really doing is adding the picture to the text. Because he's messaging many people and can't keep track of who is who without the pics. I get half these comments with guys my own age. LOL. I didn't pick up on a lot of these when I was messaging a guy 10 years older. But my friends did once I finally showed them some of our conversations. And I'm so glad I got away before it got too serious. So glad for you caught it. The fury thing is they all say the same things. I've had guys do this to me when I was 17-18 and new to dating. I hope the other young girls who are reading this learn from this, so they can see the signs, and not be manipulated into doing things they don't like. Men who are 4-10 years older than you will deliberately hit on inexperienced 17-20-year-old, because they know they can get away with it easier. I'm not that naive anymore. Just instantly block and move on. Stay safe everyone. I hope they read this too. Yes, exactly. This is why it's so scary. They know what they are doing. It shows with their persistence, their consistent patterned behavior. For as much as you hear guys talk about creep culture, this definitely is some creepy shit. It does. Alas. I'd love to see an article online exposing the tactics in a methodological manner, so that it fails them. I've seen the same methods used multiple times. If the dialogues and steps are exposed, it stops working. It's so creepy. The American Psycho thing about it is they are the exact opposite with girls they'd actually marry or date seriously. I've had guy friends admit this. LOL. Manipulation runs deep strong. Oh, good advice. I will take note. Yup. My guy friend confirmed this. Others did too and weren't proud. But it's a hard one to flag. Even women sometimes use men who are non-Catholic or non-Jewish or non-white for sex before they finally get married to the right kind. I'm sorry to hear that. This is why I wrote this. P.S. These guys hate when we say no. Except for the super sweet, emotionally intelligent, empathetic kind. They exist, I swear. So there is hope. I'm good to have this post to remind me that what he did is wrong. And it also makes me think that it's important to be more confident in ourselves. I have learned to read the red flags and be more careful now, and will definitely be more alarmed when my friends or I get in similar situation again. Well, this was interest. I was pretty skeptical at first, but I kinda see what you're saying here. I have definitely said a few of these things without ill intentions. So I will take note if anything to better present my intentions. Sometimes on this sub I hear some tremendously terrible things guys do. I don't know how I have survived as a species. I think the reason these are so insidious is that they honestly can be said innocently. It's just that most of the time, the people who are saying them don't have good intentions. And so hearing them is now a red flag for women who have seen this type of behavior before. So well said. Thank you for saying that. The poster above said it well. You may be the 1% that says one of the things above, and mean it innocently, but awareness of how it comes across when beginning a new connection to women who hear all the time is helpful. It reminds me of a guy I almost dated and now I just feel so bad. Haha. I wish this post was made before. Yup. I remember being dumb and young and feeling bad for saying, "Nat, I prefer not to talk on this topic." And then guy still pushing. What's weird is they all share one important trait. A scary persistence to push on the subject despite the initial, "No, I don't want to talk about this topic" from the girl. I wonder how bad it must be IRL if they are pushing on an app. Yeah, same. And he was always calling me by pet names, so I was like, "Oh no, I'm sorry, I don't like talking about that." And I always had the feeling of being an asshole. Those guys are sociopaths. Wow, yes. These guys are total sociopaths. We are doing them a civil service by saying no, so that they get the message en masse. Sadly, it's not just the young and naive. Sometimes us older women end up falling for the same BS. Even if we're more able to see it for what it is. Every word you said here, I've had said to me. Over and over and over. Reading this made me physically nauseous. This aggressive need to feel that they've somehow won something. In some way. Porn or any kind of explicitly positive interaction with a sex worker. Or on a site where women are there for that type of interaction. Just doesn't do it for these guys. They need to have won their particular target for that day over. To what they want. It's repulsive. I am relieved these words create a physical response in someone else too. It validates how real it is. I feel so angry about it, yet in person I'm so fearful of guys who act like this. Online I get to be big and strong, and in person, or on the apps while actually interacting. As a woman, these type of guys freak me out. I think, oh my god, I said no, do you like not get that? I don't wanna hook up? How many ways to say fucking no? Beautifully said, by the way. Porn or sites, do not do it for them. There has to be some psych article explaining exactly what you said. These guys need a therapist to tell them there is something very wrong in how they persist force, and while it may never cross into physical forcing, it is still boundary crushing to women. Absolutely. It's a horrific feeling, and I know other men will argue that we're overreacting, or we should just ignore it, or they don't really mean it the way we're taking it. And, sadly, I suspect that many genuinely goof guys would still not get it. Even if we tried to explain. The abuse when we call these guys out is a palpable thing. The anger and vitriol, and the aggressive. That's not what I meant, and you're deliberately misconstruing this. I'm a good guy just trying to be nice. It makes you second guess yourself. And it sucks. And once they've gone to abuse and feel we've backed down, they double down on the pushing. Never feel like you're overreacting or misunderstanding. If it feels bad in your gut, it's bad. Exactly. Additionally, I don't think we need some random creep on the internet to tell us we're gorgeous or hot or sexy. We must, as you say en masse, learn to block without fear or guilt. We are women, hear us roar. Agreed. LOL. I'm gonna do instant block. None of it feels satisfying, 'cause you know they're gonna just do it to someone else. But it's still a lot to just say no without fear. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. My sleaze radar immediately goes off when some guy starts with "hello beautiful" on a dating app. I always knew there were ulterior motives behind this. My personal motto is always keep an eye out for snakes and a spite in your hand. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Lovely. Babe. Baby. Honey. Sweetheart. Thanks for watching my video.